This my previous video, I had a hands-free gravity turn, and I illustrated that with vectors and stuff to try to explain how the gravity turn was actually working. This is a bit more technical stuff in this video. I decided to keep it out of the first video so it wouldn't get too long. Basically show how I set this experiment up. If you've watched one of my previous hands-free gravity turn videos, you'll know that this is a stock rocket supplied with by Kerbal Space Program for one of their scenarios or tutorials. I can't remember which one. It's called the Kerbal 1, so I just used it so everybody could just use the same type of rocket. What I've done is I've added the launching clamps, if that's what they call them, stability enhancer, well, whatever, launching clamps, and I tilted it 5 degrees just so I could just get some control over initiating the gravity turn. Normally I'd write a script to do all this sort of stuff, but I just wanted to come up with an experiment that anybody could do just by grabbing Kerbal Space Program and starting up from there. So to actually draw the vectors themselves, I used Kerbal operating system version 1.2, which is the latest version that I downloaded off GitHub. I think it was last fixed up in November 2019. To actually make it work, I had to, this is a rocket that I started with, but I had to add a few things to make it actually work. To get the instrumentation, you had to get the gravity that's applying to the vessel, and also its acceleration. To do that, I had to go to the science section, and I'll just spin that around that way. I added the seismic accelerometer, which also hang on, just checking the description. Oh, the accelerometer will still function while flying. Yep. Okay. If you add that to the rocket, then Kerbal operating system can pull that the acceleration in meters a second out of the guts of Kerbal Space Program and use it to display the vectors. So that's handy. The other one I had to use was the negative graviola detector, which strangely enough also measures the gravity that's applying to your vessel. So I just added it there. I don't oh, sorry, my voice keeps cracking. It's very annoying. I just can't get it clear. Yeah, so you may not know. Yeah, okay. Log gravity data. I guess it's, you know, they're having a bit of a lark there with that description, saying it's a gravioli detector. Or gravioli, ravioli. I don't know, some sort of pun, I guess. It's a science experiment that logs gravity data. I think it's almost physicalist, but not quite. But I didn't worry about it too much. I didn't think it'd affect the rocket performance all that much. And this one is log seismic data. Well, it also gives a figure for acceleration. So if you want access to the data, you've got to stick both of those on your rocket. It's not all that obvious that that's what you have to do. Even after reading the Kerbal operating system manual, it's not all that obvious. I guess they left it a little bit open in the description, just in case some more science experiments got added or whatever, and that's fair enough. So probably something. Let's just call it. Let's just give it a new name, so I don't muck up any of my existing stuff. I'll just call it gravity turn vectors. And save it. Okay. Yep, there it is there. Okay. What I should probably do, in the other video I was a little bit confused about the acceleration vector. I think I've sort of worked out what's going on now. So let's just do that, just to put in this video. So let's just rotate this back up to 0 again. You just select it and hit the spacebar, and that resets it to its sort of default spawn orientation or whatever it is. We'll just also raise it up a little bit, just so we can see the the vectors a little bit better. That should be enough. It's all this stuff is related to the way Kerbal Space Program, obviously, and also the underlying Unity engine does its represents its 3D objects and their orientation. But I think I've talked about that in another video, but I won't get into it in this one. It's quite difficult to get your head around, but if you want to do this sort of thing. Okay, let's just launch that. Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah, okay, you've also got to add the sorry, I forgot. Add the Kerbal operating system module. Got to go along with it. Go along with the gag. Add that. That means you can then run Kerbal operating system scripts. Okay. Sorry, what? Oh, what have I done? It's probably hang on. I'm probably overlapping something here. Try that. Did KOS show up? There, yeah, there you go, there it is. Okay, let's launch that. Oh. Why is it giving me a hard time? Oh, empty crew cabin. What'd I do? Go and kill off my Kerbal or something? Alrighty. Well, let's no, I must have killed somebody. What a meanie I am. Okay, let's see if that'll work. Okay. Yep, alright. Right, okay, so it's sitting there. Now you're going to open the Kerbal up operating system window and run the script. To show you the scripts that I've written so far. Just been mucking around with a few. I always keep my scripts outside the game. If you want to do it realistically, you've got to load them up, and you're limited and all that sort of stuff. But I'm not sort of after realism. I'm sort of trying to do experiments and stuff, so I don't care. So it's in the archive drive, I think they call it. You got to do all that. Anyway, just look it up. So Then I just run the script, gravity turn vectors. Voila. You can close that. It just continues to run in the background. Okay, you can see gravity. Now you can see the arrow this time. So the acceleration, I believe, is 0 in this context, because it's actually net. I've decided it's probably net acceleration. So if you've got gravity going down at 1g and the force from the clamps pushing the vessel up at 1g, that means you've got a net result of 0 g's acceleration being applied to the vessel. I assume that's what it means, so you can't see it because it's 0. I guess if I just took the clamps away and just dropped it, you might see it. Actually, I could probably do that. Do I even care? I still can't see it, but it's still sitting there, unfortunately. Okay, did not work too well. What I should do is just launch it straight up and then just let it drop. And see if we get an arrow back the other way. Solid rocket boosters, geez, they're a pain in the ass. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, the arrow's okay. It's beginning to match what I expected. Yeah, it's a kind of it's a net acceleration, so we're accelerating downwards at the moment. If you ignore air resistance a bit, and the arrows are about the same size. Fair enough. Okay. Alright, so it's net acceleration. Fair enough. I was a little bit confused about that before. So what I'm going to do is just launch it straight up. I'll put the I'm just curious about what the vectors actually show. There may be some surprises there. I'll just switch stability on, but I won't switch the follower on or the prograde follower on, anything like that. I'll just launch it straight up and let's see what the I'm going to have to run this again. Maybe I should have stored it in there. It might have been a little bit easier, but anyway, doesn't matter. Gravity turn vectors. Alright. Okay. Let's at least ditch the solid rocket boosters. I hate them, they're a pain in the ass. I don't usually use them. I can avoid it just because they're not controllable. Certainly are accelerating now. 2G. Yeah, I guess there oh, there it is again. Right. So that's the oh, there's got to be something wrong with that camera. I guess that's the center of gravity just there. Okay, what have we done? Well, it's out of the stage. Well, even though we're heading upwards, we're still accelerating downwards. According to that. It must be the acceleration of gravity minus the thrust of the rocket, I guess. Well, the thing is, we are accelerating downwards because we're slowing down. Otherwise we wouldn't be. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Okay, let's ditch that stage. Fire that rocket. Okay. Already out of the atmosphere. There's a big difference between the surface and the orbit when you do that, that's for sure. So gravity's weakening and the thrust is probably getting slightly better as the weight of the rocket decreases, so the net acceleration is increasing basically in that direction. So when they talk about G-forces on this meter, they must be talking about the it's probably basically it's what the pilot would be feeling. That seems to make sense if they interpret it like that. It's also what the structural components in the vessel will be feeling as well. So even though it's sitting there motionless, clamped on the launch clamps, it's still going to be feeling 1G. You know, the pilot would feel 1G pushing them down into the seat and stuff like that. In other words, everything would just feel perfectly normal. So we've got 2G acceleration now. That's what the pilot would be feeling. Yeah, gravity's decreasing. That arrow's getting smaller. Okay. Alright, it's slowing down again. Even though it's still going up, but that's the momentum that I talked about in the previous video. Interesting. Yeah, I like playing around like this. It's sandbox systems are good for this sort of stuff. You can play around with some actual physics. It sort of gets most of it right. Maybe a few things aren't quite right, but you know, as long as you're aware of that, you're not going to get misled. Like the atmosphere is a bit basic. Yeah, there's two arrows there. You just can't see them sometimes because of the yeah. All right. So that's the a pilot in that rocket would feel weightless. Yeah, there's no G-forces, so there's zero. So the pilot would feel weightless. Yet we still got the gravitational field is still that, and also we're slowing down by the same rate. So that's the red arrow. Fair enough. it must be that vector there minus the vector due to thrust, and if the thrust is 0, then they're going to be the same. Fair enough. Keep that in mind, because it's sort of not relative to the rocket, because you know they're, well, when they say 0g, that's wrong, because it's not 0g, it's just free fall is actually a better technical term for what they're experiencing. Yeah, all right, I'm satisfied with that. I was wondering what else can do. Maybe do a dodgy launch and see what the vectors show. Yeah, I might do that. I might rotate it 10 degrees, one that's probably going to fail. Oh, damn, I hate that. Oh, I hate this bloody gizmo. It's a pain in the ass. Okay. For some reason the keys I usually use the pitch up, pitch down and roll keys and that to move stuff around, but they're not working for some reason. I use these hideous gizmos. Alright, try again. Yeah, they're not working. Two. That's 10 degrees. Now I've got to just let go the left mouse button. Yep, okay. That looks about right. Just say that just in case. We'll launch. What does it show us? 10 degrees, hopefully, on the nav ball. Yeah, that's 10 degrees. Alright, and let's fix up this camera straight away. I'll leave it as free. Alrighty, just put that on top throttle, and I'll launch to 100 meters a second, and then start the prograde follower. Do it that way. Oh, I forgot to. Oh, damn it! Everything you got to do. Sorry, forgot to switch on the vector program. Try to get it right. Oh, it'd be a great live streamer, wouldn't I? Everyone would go to sleep. Well, some of them do put you to sleep. I was watching a streamer today and he was throwing an absolute tanty. Oh, he was very frustrated. He was trying to install something he wanted to stream today and it wasn't working on his new computer, and boy, he kind of lost it a little bit. He shut down the stream, which was good. Yeah. Probably doesn't do your reputation any good. I mean, I can understand what he was going through. He just got very frustrated, and the people in the chat weren't helping him. They were, bombarding him with, 50 different suggestions, and I'm thinking, no suggestions. Try to work out what the problem is first before you make a suggestion. That just pisses people off. I've worked in computer support before, so yeah. Okay, let's just shut that down. That one on. Okay. Switching out there. There you go. Yeah, you can see it's following the prograde to its doom. It's basically what's happening. Especially when the acceleration drops, when it hits the horizon, I'll actually switch the follower off and see if that makes any difference. But I think it's already too late. It's too shallow. I'll switch it off now. Oops. Oh, sorry, that one. Yep. Yeah, it's starting to yeah, it's slowing down. See, the arrow's gone backwards. I say the arrow has to always be between the gravity and the air velocity to a certain extent. Yeah, it's dropping and slowing down. Yeah, it's doomed. What if we switch the switch the atmosphere off? If I can remember the right key. I think it's 12 for the cheap menu, isn't it? PF12. Excuse me. No. Oh, it might be Alt. Is it Alt 12? Control 12. No. Can't remember. Was Shift 12? Nope. Come on. What's the key? That's a cheat key. Shift, Control, Alt. I tried. Just PF12. No, it's just cycling through that. No. Nope. Oh damn it! I honestly cannot remember. Where would it be? In here somewhere, I guess. Temperature gauges. Advanced? No, it wouldn't be advanced. Flight interface. What is it? What is it? I swore it was something like that. No. Nope. Damn it. Oh, actually, there you go. Oh, that's a way of getting in. There must have been another way. I'll have to look it up. Thought there was a PF key, cheat key. Anyway, we can get in via this thing. That's probably a little bit. Probably accidentally switch my NVIDIA recorder off or something, hitting keys at random like that. cheats. There we go. On physics. Arrow. Right. Drag. Apply drag. Let's just switch the drag off. Okay. Alright, let's try the experiment again. So theoretically we've got no aerodynamic drag now. We're still getting the effects though, but they're cosmetic. We're not getting any overheats or anything. I guess. Still turning. Oops, didn't want that. There you go. Switched them off. Oh. Okay, I guess I need to switch the I don't really know what blew up just then. Hang on. I'll try it again. Thermal. Cheats. Ignore max temperature. Yeah, I think it's that one. Alright, let's try. Try it and see what happens. Oops. So when you're doing a gravity turn on an airless body, like the MAN or whatever, the optimal turn is as quickly get down to the horizon, pointing at the horizon as quick as you possibly can without crashing back down onto the surface or hitting a mountain or something. You don't have to worry about the atmosphere because there isn't any. That's what I was kind of hoping to simulate. Those shock effects are just cosmetic anyway. Oops. I don't know. I don't know how to judge if this was any good or not. I've left some. Oh God, I've left some crap in orbit, have I? To get rid of that, I have to. I can't even remember. Whatever the heck that is. Okay. Oh, just ignore it. Yeah, I don't know if it was any sort of better. Probably not. I don't know how to switch all this crap off. Hang on, let's go to get rid of that other one. So what did I tilt this over by? 10 degrees. Let's try, we'll go for broke, we'll try 30 degrees. Two. That's pretty severe. It's at 10, 20, 30 degrees. What if I tried a little bit more? Make it 45 degrees. Right. It may not even launch, it might just fall straight down. Although it's got solid rocket boots on it, it's pretty powerful. Gravity turn vectors. Just make sure we get the sheets set correctly. No drag. Thermal. Probably I had most of this stuff switched off, but visualize auto struts. I just wanted to switch off that other stuff I wasn't interested in seeing. Toggle temperature gauges, toggle temperature overlay. Could have sworn there was thermal, aero, Oh, there it is. Was that it? Maybe that was it. Alright, we'll just go with it anyway. If it even survives. Okay, 45-degree launch. Pretending we don't have an atmosphere. It's crabbing a little bit. No, it's alright. It's spectacularly unsuccessful. I think it has to go probably a little bit yeah, it also depends on the power of your engines. Okay, it's probably capable of about 2G of acceleration, but that's probably not enough. Just try one more thing and that'll be it, I think. Can't think of anything else to play around with. I should probably yeah, I think it's just not powerful enough at this angle. I could let it get a little bit faster, I think, maybe. I'll watch it maybe at about 200 meters a second. Okay, I'll switch the follower off, and still no good. Oops, that wrong way. Oh, I didn't know I was that close. Hang on. I think no, you see that's not even moving. They're not even. If I was to push the follower on now, it would just tip it back towards the horizon again, and it wouldn't be thrusting enough in the vertical direction to keep it above the surface of Kerbin. Oops. Rid of those thrusters. I thought I switched all that stuff off. Didn't I? What I had? Oh, there we go. Oh, sorry, I forgot to switch on the engine. It's a bit of a bad mistake. Okay, it's descending, but it's not slowing other than the overheat that's there. I could have sworn I switched all that stuff off. Hang on. Did it revert? It's a bit annoying. No, ignore max temperature. Oh, I don't know. It's a bit of a mystery. Thought I've switched it all off. Oops, jeez. It went way over. Yeah. Well, I'm just trying to demonstrate that if you've got an airless body, you can practically just skim at a constant height above the terrain, and that's probably going to give you the most optimal gravity turn under those conditions. Totally unrealistic, of course. What is its trajectory? Okay, it's already gone through. Yeah, it's gonna get. Oh, it's slowly getting higher, isn't it? Okay. Probably not that it's going to make any difference because there's no drag anyway. Just looks a bit better. Well, I think I've already demonstrated my point. I think there's probably not much point watching this circle around endlessly. It's just going to stay on that orbit forever, as long as it doesn't hit anything. And I think at that periapsis 23,000. No, it's not going to hit. It's not going to hit anything. It'll just skim back through the atmosphere and back out again and endlessly. So I'm not really demonstrating anything more here. I need a good thumbnail for this for this video though. Just wondering what I can do. No, it's too much like the other one. Maybe just I'll revert it. How would that look? Something goofy. Oh, that might work. Don't know if you can get rid of that. I don't think you can. Oh, that'll do. I only get about 10 people watching it anyway. Okay, I'll catch you next episode.